Comrades, it's Premier Rever, and we are sitting here by our new farm, which I have been diligently trying to get done, and it has taken quite a while. So let's take a look at the HUD, and I can show you what's been going on. I've been mostly sitting down. Well, this is the other one. I'm not sure why I didn't close that. I'll probably open it in a minute anyway. So I've been building. We got a lot of these roads done into here, and I got the gas station. Now, I'm not even sure that these other buildings necessarily need power, but I'm going to give them to them. So we had to build a power supply here. And our real problem with all of this, and you can see, look, we now have a baby blue mixer here. I'm not sure how many of those we have, but I went and bought another one because we'll have 4 mixers because we're getting our concrete from all the way down there in Reverville, and it just feels like it's taking forever. But at the same time, it's not been the end of the world because it gives us a little time to sort of stabilize things. So if we take a look at what I've been doing with the loan, we're in okay shape right now. But I have 144,000 owed, right? But let's just see, if I come in here, you can see I paid off 1.184 million, right? 5, right? So I'm paying this down a little bit. Like before, I was only paying off like 80,000. So I've maybe paid off $30,000 or $40,000 in debt in that period of time. If we take a look at let's just do last month again, because it'll give us maybe a little better snapshot. We're not really ahead. If you see that, we got 388, or we are slightly ahead. I'm sorry, said that wrong. 388. Right, the constructions have been very minimal because we just don't have that. I don't want to go into more debt. So you figure if you add these numbers up, even including the constructions, what's that, 68 and another, 77 plus this would be like 284. So we're definitely building up more stuff at times. However, it doesn't take us very long to spend that because a lot of that I think that we're building up might be the fact that we're not exporting steel or something. So now this has been kind of an interesting thing, and it's exactly what I wanted. For those of you guys who didn't pay attention or didn't watch the whole other episode, what I have here is they're coming down to here, and we did end up building the railroad cargo station. Just makes it flow a little bit better. Plus, I could have them waiting here, right, if I really didn't want to export the steel. But the reason I've been able to pay things off is not because our economy is doing that much better. If we come up here, after they get done dropping the steel off there, they come in here. And if you look, we've been building up stuff in here. So there should be a truck that's running back and forth, right? And see, he's got like just some of everything. And he's coming up here to unload. Now, at some point, you'd have to ask yourself, well, is it worth selling this stuff? And I would say yes. Now, I've also thought, should I put another truck in here? And I'm just going to hold off for now, right? And we're just going to see what happens. But is this our steel guy? So we're still actually building up steel, even though we're selling off some of it. And again, like I said, I might put another truck on there, but I'm not really looking to export all this stuff super quick, and I'm just kind of okay if it builds up. I can always cut this process off from exporting if I really want to start, and we just have to micromanage and move this stuff to where we need it for a little while. So the other thing I've been doing a little bit of is keeping an eye on how much steel we have here, and just so as to not overflow things, I've been building some of this. Now, this is our gravel quarry conveyor that's going to help free up a few trucks from here or there. So in other words, there's gravel truck sitting in there, and I'll can get rid of that gravel truck driving back and forth and get this out to eventually where we could export it, and we'd be able to get the gravel into our cement if we build that. And I'm feeling like once we get this farm done, I want to go back there to start finishing up some of that stuff. I have the construction offices split into 2 so that we can, I don't think I'm going to merge them back together. I think we'll try to stay with 2 separate construction offices. Especially as we get hopefully I'm hoping this gets us the more money we need rolling in. And again, the problem we're having now is just getting enough darn concrete up here. What is this guy doing? Yeah, see, And then even these things need like a little bit of. It would be nice if they could come up here with like this is going to need a little bit of concrete. Oh, actually, it's got the concrete it needs. But they went and got like 0.78 concrete, right? It kind of would have been nice if they could have dumped the rest in this building, say, and then gotten that one done. But you get the idea. And then the worst thing is when they go all the way down here, and this thing's not running because of the bus system stinks. So it's been pretty good. I haven't seen too many trucks coming back up here without it. Now, I did get a couple comments, of course, since the last episodes, and I went and looked at the... Here, you know what? while I'm talking, let me go and open this up, just so I can keep an eye on it off to the side here, right? And then I can keep an eye on this. That way I know, this is how I know what's going on. I went and looked at the update, and I think it's a very nice update. I don't think that there's anything that I can't wait for, right? I mean, the new road building thing is really cool, and obviously the nuclear power plants, but I'm nowhere near building a nuclear power plant at this moment, right? I mean, I definitely would consider it. Somebody asked, and I even asked the same question. It's an excellent, oops. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't have it. I can't see it here, sorry. But no, I did load up the actual thing. Now, I didn't have any crashes. I didn't have any issues. But again, I'm afraid that I'm going to have like mod problems. And again, unless there was something compelling, I'm just not going to load it up. But I did load it up and look at the map. And yes, there's a few blotches of uranium floating around. And I think I could go in there and edit the map anyway, even if there wasn't. But there are some plops of uranium here and there for some reason. I don't know how they got in there, but they are in there. So maybe there was a uranium layer that we just never knew about. It doesn't look like it was anything that Radomir deliberately did, or certainly nothing I messed with. So the point is yeah, I looked at that. So we will do and should be able to do that nuclear power. And what else was there? Other the new busing thing. I mean, I didn't see anything that would let me spread the buses out. Like I mean, I understand that if you look at the new thing, it lets you manage the lines a little bit. Instead of managing each individual bus, you can take it from the perspective of a bus line. So, this would be the line, and any bus that had the same exact route. So that will be nice because it saves you like having to reset up every bus, but not really earth-shattering. I mean, I'm looking for something that would keep the buses separated, and I didn't see anything that would do that. What was the other thing? They have this other thing to find stuff on the, but I don't know. I don't know that I really need to search for stuff like that very often. Like, oh, where is the corn on the map? that kind of thing. So, but I guess that could come in handy once in a while. And I didn't look into it 100%, but what I would really want to know is, and so that gives you more information, is like, it will tell you where the plus 21s are, but there's nothing to show you where people escaped from. Right, so to me, I could always go find them. I mean, it's nice to be able to find the plus 21s more easily than opening up each house, but I can do that. What I can't do is that's kindergarten. I can't find where people escaped from. There's nothing in here or anywhere that tells me where they're escaping from, which I would rather have. Now, maybe I could look to see what their happiness was. Maybe that would be a way to kind of determine it. But even then, I think sometimes they escape because they're uber plus 21s, right? In other words, you have so many plus 21s on your map that, oh, look, we have some plus 21s. Yeah, it's going to start being a problem for us, these plus 21s. I'll get into that later. But, yeah, so that's that. There's a few other things on it, but nothing that was oh my gosh, if I don't add... Oh, the distribution thing. Very interesting with how you would distribute stuff. Again, I think it will be an improvement. A lot of this stuff I think is improvements, but they're just not critical. The distribution system, sure, I've got it worked out. I have a distribution system. Will the new toys be funner to play with? They'll be fun to play with and work out the new challenges, but they're not going to change the whole game for me. I mean, those might save us some fuel, and might be a little bit less dumb running around with the supply trucks and the way you would supply chains. And I'm not even sure, to some degree, it's certainly a good thing. But I'm not even sure how much it changes it when it doesn't really change what you're going to do with the trains too much, I don't think. And I'll let you guys go explore it. So I will, obviously, when it becomes, regular part. And sorry, I'm kind of waffling on this, but not waffling. I'm just sort of going on and on about it. But yeah, it's just, to me, that the additions are great. I mean, they're nice. But I don't consider anything so critical. The one thing that I would really want to start messing with is the nuclear. And we don't have enough money to think about building nuclear things. Let's just get this farm in. And in a week or two from now, when I'm making an episode and I feel like, boy, our economy's really going great, I'd like to build a nuclear power plant. I'll definitely consider that. So there you go. So I'm not going to do the test version for this playthrough for fear of mods. And yeah, so sorry about that for those of you who really wanted to see those things. Heck, I still haven't even played with the, I got things to still play with. I have, cableways and trucks or boats and ships to get into. And so we'll see. There might be some improvements to those two things. But let's just see how it works out. Right, for right now, we're not doing the update, or I'm not going to do the update. All right, so anyway, how are we making out here? I want to keep an eye. I closed that in all my excitedness talking about that. All right, so the bottom line, too, is let's take a look while we're still in this year. I want to show you this year exports. If you notice, look, we've been exporting steel, prefab panels, bricks, boards, right? So we're exporting all of those because this is full, right? And that's that's why we have a little bit of money. Now we're gonna have to come up here again, right? Loan rub, and then I'm gonna borrow money. Yeah, see, I didn't get as much paid off, but that's also because I probably bought some electrical components for, and then I'm also paying it off a little bit sooner. I really should have paused that because, you know what? I think when I pause it is when, when I pause it is when this has the 0 there. Never mind. So in other words, if I paid it off while it was paused, it still shows the loan in. And I like to pause it just so I don't end up paying a loan payment and then I type in the wrong amount. I feel like I might get overcharged. Maybe that's not true, but it feels like that could be a weakness. So I've avoided doing it. So there we go. So yeah, really right here we're waiting for, right now we're waiting for people. And people really haven't been our problem. Where do we have plus 21s? Yeah, probably here. At some point, the plus 21s, right? I think I'm going to we don't really have too much room over there. I think I'm just going to put, look, all these buildings are full. Yeah, I think we're just going to deal with having plus 21s because I don't really have any more work for people to do. I don't necessarily want to grow the population, at least until this farm is built and up and running. And then I think after that, we could talk about where we're going to need more people and for what. But I think I don't see that we really need more people over here. For my vision of this is not to make this 100% efficient. It's producing plenty of materials for the moment. I think we probably have unemployed people, no kindergarten. Why do we have no kindergarten? Sometimes that whole no kindergarten thing just doesn't make any sense, right? Or am I missing something there? Now they can't able to get food. Now why would that be? That's a bad one. Especially nowadays, they can walk further. Well, you definitely should be able to go get food. And, let's make this. Yeah, this is all the way turned up. Do we put another shop in here? Yeah, because it could be that the sellers are dropping off, but we seem to be okay for the moment. It could be maybe we're just not getting food over here fast enough. because we do have a lot more people and they are going a fair distance. Now, this is maybe where the distribution thing would come in. So what you would do is you'd put a distribution and you would tell it more or less, it's kind of a little awkward in my opinion. You say, okay, go pick up food here and drop it off there. Like anytime this gets low, I want you to go send a truck out. And then you could put like 8 or so trucks in this distribution area to make sure this guy like never runs out of food or something along those lines. So yeah, I'm a little worried that this guy's running out of food. All right, just because, first of all, I don't see any food there. Do we have? Yeah, that's the clothing guy, and then we have the food guy. Is there, where is he at in his little trip? See, he's just getting down there, and we're down. He's just coming in here, and he's going to go to this warehouse and fill up with food, right? And look, we're running out of food here, so we need to get we need another covered haul that does what this guy does, because otherwise we're running out of food there. Got enough money? Yeah. So this guy's right there, and I want to copy and start that guy. So that's the problem with this is going to be. So see, here's the point too. Like this guy is just filling up with food, and if we go back there, this is just about out. So I should even probably at the moment, yeah, let's purchase with rubles. Now, the other thing that's probably kind of dumb is that we're probably more expensive to actually drag the stuff all the way over here, because this is probably cheaper to buy it from here, right? If we're consistently purchasing it from this warehouse, how much does this cost us? 89, and over there it's actually cheaper, right? So it's actually probably smart to put that store on purchase. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Like that's really, in order to be at all efficient, it's counting on this guy making money. Now we don't have any workers. Yeah, why do we not have workers? Well, a lot of the problem is the buses just get back to back to back and they're not spread out. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just, unless you get to the trains or trams, we're just going to have to deal with that. And then I think the other problem is once we start doing construction over here, that adds to the taking away of people, and it's not like we have 10 tons of extra people here. So there we go, good. We've at least got all the concrete we need for this one, because that was taking quite a while here to get this going. So I think what I'd like to do is, I've mentioned I think all of the things that I did. And this is working out pretty well, and I'm happy to be exporting things. And then the next point is that this is going to be pretty much done, and we're still going to be making these mechanical components. So I guess what I should do is, after this gets done, start thinking about the next construction. But let's get this done in this episode, and then in the next episode we'll start, or even before that, I'll start working over here. Now let's see, we had a building on fire. That's always, well, sometimes a little exciting, right? Where are we at? Yeah, Riverville Kindergarten. How's our fire? Oh yeah, 10 of 10. Well, we should be good over here as far as people. We were just jammed full of people. And I guess the other thing we could do, yeah, why don't I do this? What I did over there was upped a little bit the amount of steel, right? And then I think what I would like to do, even though this is going to be a little bit of a waste of fuel, is take the trucks that are going here, oops, right, and then have them all go to, and I'll do most of this off camera, right? We'll just, I won't I'll set up the steel one first, but it doesn't really matter, right? So what I'm going to do is say, okay, you're the steel guy. I want you to go from here And then this is Lykoff House. This is the construction, and I want you to start dropping some steel off here. All right, so we're going to add another stop. After you go to there, come to here and unload your steel. All right, and then the only other thing I'll do is with the wood one, we're going to do the opposite, right? So we're going to have him come. And the reason I say this might be a waste is because they're now going to be driving all the way down here, and it might just be a waste of time. But at least we'll have like some stuff getting distributed, right? Because we might be able to move our other construction from way over there, or move it down to here. It might be better to build this stuff. But I'd still like the idea of filling this up because it's just not going to hurt us. Rather than exporting it, I'd rather have a little bit of extra construction supplies. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. The farm was just completed 2 seconds ago. So, no tractors, no field. So, I don't even have the roads done. And part of the reason is I don't really have a ton of gravel coming in here, which is okay. Again, we're sort of taking our time. But I would like to get this tractor sent over there, right? He can start sowing some stuff. Now, the other thing is, yeah, don't auto search fields anyhow. I'll sign you in a second. So we can attach some of these roads up. Right, let's just go here and here. Right, so this one can get attached. That. And I don't want to mess that one up. And then that one's going to be attached in a second. And then this one can get attached. And this one. And then that, I want to wait for this road to get done just because why not? And then, yeah, these need to wait. Now, I did put this road attached so that I could just build this part of it. And I wouldn't mind if all of these were gravel, at least up until that certain point there. Right, so yeah, it's just a matter of getting enough gravel up here. And let's go ahead and assign the fields that we can. Let's actually assign the closest ones first. I don't think it makes too much difference in the long run. But there we go. So we have that. And that tractor. Oh, you know, the other thing, yeah, I really need to. We've had the materials here, but it's like they're sending the workers someplace else constantly. So I'm not quite sure why. This is what I did was I came in here, and then I built off of this transformer to come over this way. Now that means that like this line has very little on it actually. Like it certainly doesn't need to be that big of a line. It only has like this transformer and that one. So we'll have this other one head over this way. And then I just have like a little wood pole one coming out to here. Because really I don't know that these use any power to speak of. We just need some for this fuel station to work there. And then, yeah, get these roads completed. And let's see, what else? Where is that tractor? He's very slow. Let's go see. I guess we need to buy some more vehicles. Yeah, so we can get a Dom 85 with dollars, right? And that's speed 35. And then, or we can get, yeah, speed 30. Now, that was a lot more money for speed 35, wasn't it? So let's go ahead and get 5 of these. Right, even though we're spending the money a little bit ahead of time, right? 1, 2, 3, pause, borrow. Are we going to need to go up? Yeah, you know what? We're going to need to go up again. But then again, the whole reason we're doing this is so that we can come back down. 1.4 million, borrow. Let's come here and repay. See, and this is how I can tell what we're doing. Are we going up? Yep, we just went up 44 or 39,000, if that makes sense. Is that the right number? Yeah. 1, 2, 4, 4. Yep. There we go. And see, when time is paused, you get this 0 here. If time's not paused, you don't. Not that it really doesn't make any difference in your life, but there you go. So we want to buy. Right, and then we already have a tractor. What is this tractor that we have? I'm assuming it's worth it, right? It doesn't really. Yeah, T28 tractor. I have no idea what that is. This one's 24 speed, 24 speed. Well, we don't really have much of a choice. These are both, right? This is 34 kilometers an hour. Yeah, see, and this is the kind of thing, by the way, it sort of gets into a debate, but I don't really see where there's much debate. This engine power doing the same exact speed and the same exact sowing speed and the same exact like driving speed, you're going to use less fuel with this because fuel in this game equals kilowatts in a sense, or at least for all practical why you would make a decision purposes. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, does it tell us the speed if we hover here? No. It would be nice if you could see the harvesting speed someplace, because now I can't tell what that other one is. But anyway, we're going to do 3, 4, 5. And the next thing would be covered hauls, right? So we want to get some of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4. So 3 sowers, 4 covered hauls, and 5 combines. Now we're back down to $26,000. But very shortly, and then we're going to need to get, yeah, well, we should think about, let's take a look over here. Like, I think we have 2 trucks coming to this, right? Moving inside, heading, well, let's see. Let's just open them. Open them all up and see what they're doing. All right, so this is, we can get rid of this. So you're going to just, what is this one? Okay, so these 2 are going to both, and then this one, Eggingham grain silo. Yeah, so you're just going to the food one, and you were just going to the other one. Okay, so why don't we take these 2 off of this one? Because they're all getting their stuff from the same place. And rather than buying any more, what I want to do is basically take this guy. Let's just, yeah, we might as well take him off now, right? And just get this done. So you're going to go to here and load crops and wait. Right? And then when you get done there, I want you to come here and unload crops, but don't wait. And then I want you to come here, unload crops, but don't wait. Right? And then we're going to get rid of this, and this, and that is the right, yep. Good, so he's going to come up here and wait, which will be quite a wait at this point. And then let's go find this one. All right, we should be able to do like this. And then say, go to the next stop. And once he gets out of there, I should be able to send him. Yeah, then he can go back to this stop, right? So we should have 2 waiting over there. We'll see if this starts backing up. It's one of the reasons I took both off, right? Like, we'll just see if these 2 trucks can keep up, which they should be able to. We'll have to see. All right, but that's good. So we didn't have to buy any more covered hauls, even though, yeah, we're out of money. Now, if I guess we got most of the construction done. Oh yeah, you know what we need to do? Let's go borrow some more. Wow. Yeah, let's see. Our loan couldn't have gotten paid off much. No. All right, let's pause it for a second. And yeah, you know what? Just for the sake of my sanity, all right, 1.5 million borrow. We'll pay this back. See, and that's just these vehicles that we bought. Like, you can kind of see it reflected in the change here. All right, but we needed them. All right, if we didn't have them, all right. So that means I won't have to. We're going to get going here with this farm, and then we're going to start seeing some actual income. There we go. We're starting to sow some fields. We'll keep an eye on how much gravel we have here. I don't want to, yeah, see, we have none. So I think what I should do, because we have none, well, let's go do something else too. We're getting quite a bit built up here. So I did assign them a few more of these things. Let's see, is there a reason? You should have everything you need, right? Is there a reason? Missing steel. You have an open haul and a covered haul. Is it just taking a while to get... Right? Like, why are you just sitting there? Am I missing something here? Resources needed. Missing steel and mechanical components. And yet these guys are just sitting there. You should have mechanical components in here, and you have steel in here. Let's make sure... I don't know what's going on with this. Alright, something's broken. Unless they're... Yeah, you know what? Oh, you know what? We're not assigned... Why are we not assigned to the construct... Oh, I assigned the wrong darn thing. You know what? I was wondering... I assigned the other Lykoff one. I was wondering why that truck was driving the heck up here. And why it was taking so darn long. Ay, ay, ay. All right, this is a lot better. Well, I'm glad I checked. Even though that would have been better to check after not embarrassing myself. Right? All right, there you go. So, and you know what? I'm going to give them this one too. All right, good. So that's being constructed. I just wanted to come up here to see how they were doing, but also see if there was any vehicles to steal out of here or here. And there really aren't. So I think, you know, the question is, do I really want to up the game here, right? When it comes to this gravel, and probably, yeah, you're working for the large construction office. You know what? Let's just send you back to here, and then we should be able to go find. Why don't we? Well, which way's closer? Right? I think. Does that feel closer? No, this kind of feels closer, doesn't it? So let's come here to here. Is this the guy? Yeah. So let's go back to this one. All right, he's got a good... Yeah, he's in there, so we can copy this. There we go. So we'll have an extra dumper on the job there to bring stuff up to here. There you go. This guy just got dropped off some. So anyway, so that'll keep these guys a little busy. There's no sense in having extra trucks in here if we don't even have the gravel. Now, did we get our power line? Yes, good. So that means we should be able to come in here and purchase a little bit of fuel. All right, that'll cost us $1 or $2, but we should then be able to find... I'm just going to use this same one, right? Why is there an ambulance? I'll probably come to get fuel. Heading for refuel. Yeah. All right, so this is called what? Rural Fuel Station. Yeah, so we'll have you go from there. All right. Yeah, this will be where it's going to be nice to get a road connected. Yeah, I'll definitely do that at some point here. All right, so then I want you to go to here, unload, fuel. It's getting to be quite a few stops for this guy. I don't know if we need to break that up at some point. All right, considering how little fuel we're making, but at least we're purchasing it here. We got our 2 trucks waiting. We need to get, this is done? Yes, so let's come up here. We'll leave that open for a minute. Let's connect a few more fields, right? And I'm okay with, like, you know, having one sitting there waiting. Yeah, there's no way I can go from there, is there? No. Okay, so I'm going to do that between the episodes. But there we go. So there's 2 more fields that I should be able to assign and get the sowers out there. They're still in the middle of sowing the other one, so it's not... Like, we have a little time to finish these roads, and then we should have another... Yeah, we have another dump truck on the way. We don't need too much more to finish this one off, and that'll be another 2 fields we can get connected. Yeah, that one, probably 1 truck's worth. You know what, on that note... Yeah, on that note, we'll... I'll assign 1 more. All right, is there one's going to be better than the other? I got lost... Nah. I don't know. We'll do this one first. All right. That'll be good to have gravel roads. The dirt roads are fine, but it does slow those trucks down quite a bit. That doesn't make too much difference on the sowers because they don't go that fast anyway, but it does slow the covered hauls down. There we go. So we have the other farm. So I think you guys are going to have to wait until the next episode, which I would like to just get it running and get a little bit of a feel for, you know, we just went into even more debt in this episode, 1.5 million, and I really don't want to go into too much more. And as we get these roads completed and when I get a little more gravel up here, what I would like to do is start building, you know, like just let's complete some of this stuff. We've got, you know, every time they work on this, they have to buy mechanical components for these things. So that's a little bit of a negative. But, you know, we could get these things completed. Now, are you working or are you missing? Oh, yeah, I stole all the concrete mixers. Let's go send one up back that way. Because it's really hard to get concrete to this place. Right, there you go. Alright, so that'll take it a minute to get up here, but then that'll get this, so we can get this built. And by the way, that should free up some dumpers, right? Yeah. We won't have to have the dumper going from here to there. And then we'll get this built. What is this? Oh yeah, that's for the aggregate. Yeah, and that's eventually we'll be able to talk about building trains up in here. I'd like to get this stuff built first and semi-manually set up. Like we can get the cement going. But, you know, I think it's just as good to get these conveyors going. Plus, it's a little bit less of a... I can sort of balance it out a bit, like the steel usage. There we go. So, well, we will come back, not too long, like probably even less time. But let me see. Let me get this stabilized. I don't know if I'm missing anything as far as, you know, what goes where. Oh, you know what? Speaking of missing something, and I didn't actually look at the timestamp that the person left, but they said that I had buses going to a train station. These act as bus stops. So if I did, like you can see the people walking in there right now, like, and then by the way, as far as the power goes, we've been pretty good. You know, there's always going to be issues with these buses, and we could possibly put another bus on this route if we really thought it would help. And it might. I mean, you know, they just get back to back to back, but we've been pretty good with power now that we use this train station as a bus stop, right? So I did want to mention that. You can see they just drop people off and they're going, and this is where the workers are coming from now. So this, you know, doing this a lot quicker run and then having more buses, you know, having 3 buses on a shorter run is keeping us in power well enough. Doesn't mean we couldn't lose it, but you could see we got 20 of 20 workers, and in a few 6 years we'll be able to export some of this power according to our own rules, right? So that'll be like a nice little extra bonus to our economy. So if we can get this farm running, which, you know, we're pretty much, oh, geez, wrong button. We're pretty much there, right? We'll get this going. We got, you know, get these fields sown, and we'll start harvesting in a while. And that'll give me some time to pay off a little bit of the debt, and I'll just sit here and enjoy myself and watch my favorite game, right? So, all right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Take care of yourselves and stay safe and have a good day. Bye-bye.